Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we have a big announcement that we want to make. We're here with a glass of wine, Kale has a beer, and we have a lot of soap here that we have wrapped for a big event that we are attending this weekend called First Light. And we thought while we label these soaps, we would chit chat with you guys and catch you up on some really big updates with our company and with our family in general.
Yes, our exciting news is that we sold our house here in Ontario and we are moving out west across the country to Calgary, Alberta.
We're moving. I think the last time we had a sit down chit chat with you guys, we were talking about the big changes that we think might happen in 2022. And we called out that one of those changes might be us getting a bigger place. Well, we did that, just not in Ontario.
And not in 2022.
Not in 2022. Yeah, it happened a little sooner than I thought it would. But yeah, it's happening really, really fast. If you want to follow the journey and listen in on more of a detailed version of it, you can head over to the Zimmerman Life, where we take you along more intimately on that journey. And we actually even take you with us when we look at some of the houses in Calgary. So check out that channel for those types of videos. Whew, so now that that announcement is out of the way, let's get to labeling some soap. I was nervous to tell you guys. I don't know why. It's a huge change.
Yeah, we haven't made the official announcement yet, but there's been a lot of people kind of suspecting, and we have told individual people that might be coming by to pick up local orders that we're going to be moving. But to everybody in mass, this is the announcement. Do you want to talk a little bit about how this kind of came together, or?
Yeah, well, we've been living in our current home for about 3 years, a little over 3 years now. The business really started to take off while we were living in this house. Oh, cheers. We're celebrating a little bit here too. One of the things we realized as our business grew was that this house was starting to feel really, really small. Because when we picked this house, it felt huge to us. We were coming from a condo and walking around in a detached home that was double the space or triple the space.
Yeah.
It just felt so big.
2.5 times size the condo. Yeah, it felt really big.
It just felt so big. And so when we started to feel that pinch, we realized we couldn't really escape our business. So that was one of the things that I felt that we needed to change, because it was starting to affect myself and my mental health a little bit, because I just couldn't get away from the business at all. Is there any order to these?
So yours, those ones are probably going to be more at the bottom, I would say. Earlier I wrapped these soaps and printed out the labels, and now we're going to be labeling them. Lavender cedarwood over there. Yeah. You have the more lavender cedarwood grapefruit sunrise. I'll start with the rosemary mint.
Yes. The last couple of weeks have been insanely busy, because when we were out in Calgary at the end of October, that's when we looked at houses, that's when we put in an offer, that's when our offer was accepted, and ever since we've been back, it's been a flurry of activity getting our house listed, trying to convert this room, which was our main business hub, back into a dining room. So when the listing photos came up, our friends who looked at it told us that it looked like we had been robbed, because our house was so empty. And it's true, we took out as much as we could. We rented a storage locker and put a lot of our belongings in that storage locker. And we had a few days of showings and our house was sold, and that's that. And so we've just been really busy planning everything, because a move in itself is a lot of stress, but a move across 3 provinces, that is an insane amount of stress. Now we've been just kind of navigating different questions that I never thought I'd be thinking, like, where are we going to forward our mail to? Because there's a period where we actually don't have a home officially, because we have to be out of this house by November 29th, and we close on our new house in Calgary January 5th. So there's a period of time where we'll be homeless. A million things really that you have to sit down and really figure out in such a short amount of time. And that's why I've been really quiet on a lot of fronts lately and haven't been able to fully catch up. Yeah, we're just going through a huge period of transition. So that does mean, because of this big move, our online store will be shut down, and then it will be shut down until we are settled into our new home in Calgary. So that could take some time. It could be quick. I have no idea, and I can't really make any predictions. So on the Quench Inc. business front, we're just gonna have to put maybe that part of our business on hold for now, which is unfortunate, but we will make it up to you guys. We will keep in constant communication with you guys and always updating you up until we're ready to launch again, which I truly think won't be too long into 2022. I'm hoping mid-January, but we'll see. Until then, I will be making videos. The YouTube won't be on hold. I still want to make bath bombs, make soaps, and I have tons of projects in mind for you guys. And during that period that we're away, we'll be staying with Kale's families. You might see a different kitchen in the videos, and there's going to be a different cast of characters. But I hope your family's okay with being on camera a little bit.
I think they are. I think they are relishing in the idea of being on camera with you.
But yeah, I'm not going to abandon the YouTube channel in the meantime. And actually, this is why I'm really glad I have the YouTube channel, just so that I can take a break like this. So online sales will be put on hold, but as you can see here, we mentioned that we are going to be attending a pretty big event. So that's one of our goals, is to sell out of as much inventory as we can until we're ready to move. So hopefully all the soap will be gone by the time we leave. First Light is a big deal in our community here in Midland.
Yeah.
Because of the COVID situation, they had to sell only a limited amount of tickets, and those tickets sold out. So we're planning a pretty good attendance, and it's a pretty magical Christmassy event that a lot of people look forward to. And this is the first time since the pandemic hit that they are hosting it with vendors again. So that is very, very exciting, and we're happy to be back.
Yeah. This event it's normally 3 weekends long. It's always the last 2 weekends of November and the first weekend of December.
Yeah. And
it's just a great atmosphere. They have thousands of lanterns and candles lit. This year, we are going to only be attending the first 2 weekends of it, because then we're going to be making our transition. For
this type of event where it's multiple days and stretched over a couple of weeks, that's a pretty big undertaking, but we love vending at this event. I just feel that if you do take on an event like this, planning is key. And unfortunately, with a big move, we can't put as much inventory into place as we want. But I highly recommend, if you have a local event like this in your town that people love to go to and there's vendors, try to get in, because it's a great way to meet your community. We've met so many of our friends here in Midland through First Light, and the organizer of First Light is such an amazing person. We like her a lot too. It's leaving things like that make me really sad about moving. That's one downside, I think, is we're losing that small town event thing, because I don't know if we're going to be attending these types of things in Calgary. At least in the first year we're there, we're not sure.
Yeah. That really tugs at my heartstrings too, is all the relationships that we've made over the years at the small little events, this event First Light, the farmers markets and everything. That's going to be the hardest thing to say goodbye to.
Oh yeah, for sure. But with us leaving the farmers markets and the events in our community, we're hoping to increase our online sales and put more of ourselves into that, because we will have more time to focus on that. And that is one of the things that I've realized in this business, is you can't stretch yourself too thin if you don't have the staff for it. Yes, you can undertake all of that, but you need the help. And if you're just keeping your team small, like in our case, just 2 people, it's almost impossible to do everything right, or even the best that it could be. So it'd be nice to remove that aspect so that we can focus more on our website and our online sales, because that's an important part of our business and we shouldn't neglect it.
Yeah.
And I feel like this year, because we've been so busy on all fronts, it is an aspect of our business that has been neglected. We haven't been as up to date as we wanted to be. So when it comes to Christmas events, I feel like Christmassy things are something you should definitely do. People are drawn to Christmas scents around this time of year, but very specific Christmas scents. There are some that I've found do not sell very well after couple of years of trying to sell them.
Yeah.
Namely things that smell like food. I feel like hot cocoa wasn't a big hit. Gingerbread wasn't a big hit.
No, gingerbread was not a big hit.
One consistent, really good seller every Christmas is peppermint or candy cane. You gotta have that candy cane. And my suspicion is because it smells so fresh, and anything minty with vanilla, people just
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
It's such a nostalgic scent, I feel. And that's why candy cane is always a great scent. Make sure you guys do a candy cane anything, bath bomb, soap. We don't have it this year. That being said, which is a shame because we've been so busy and things have just been so crazy. But had I the time, I promise you I would have had a candy cane soap here. When it comes to other Christmassy scents that people really love is anything pine. People love pine.
Yep.
The last year we did Christmas scented soaps. We had one called Alpine Frost, I think, right?
Yep.
We had one called Sugared Spruce, one was Candy Cane, and the other one, there was a fourth one. Oh, it was Muskoka Woods. And we actually kept Muskoka Woods on our line permanently because people loved it so much. But the other one sold really well too. My first year trying to sell Christmas things, I had the gingerbread soap, I had the hot cocoa soap, and people didn't really like it that much. And I had 7 bars, and it took forever to sell those 7 bars. Mainly because I was just starting off too. I didn't really have a customer base, but it's tough. I don't know if it's just my part of the country or maybe over where you guys are, that kind of thing goes over really well. But I do find, in general, even non-Christmas soaps, if it smells like a food of some sort, people just don't, it's not their vibe. People don't like it.
I remember we had sold all the candy cane before we sold like any of the
that sold out
Alpine Frost or something
fast.
like that. Yeah.
And if you check out candy cane scents and you're discouraged by them having a little bit of vanilla in it, there's ways around it. And with my vanilla soap, what I like to do is I only scent maybe half of it in the candy cane scent, and then the rest I do peppermint, so that it together combined is still a candy cane scent, but you're not discoloring the entire soap. I just have like a small portion of it that turns a really dark brown, but the rest of it stays that white and pink. I'll put a picture of it here. This is what it looks like. I think I have a video on it actually. Here's a video to how I do candy cane soap.
But that really is a pro tip because that fresh peppermint essential oil makes it just pop so much more.
Yeah, I feel that peppermint essential oil and soap sticks really well. And it's a smell that, it's much like lavender. Most people like it and are drawn to it. We get a lot of questions at our table like, do you have any mint soap?
This is our Christmas scent this year, the rosemary mint.
Oh, we still have a Muskoka Woods. So
yeah, we do have Muskoka Woods.
That's kind of festive. Are we in focus? Yeah, do you see a square around my head?
Or no, yeah, I do.
So we're back. We had a bit of a concern because we didn't know if we were in focus or not for much of that. I reviewed some of the footage, and I think we are, but I have my glasses because I can see if the square is around my face now. For our first light event, we also have a lot of candles that we are going to be selling. So I think that's another big seller during Christmas time is candles. So if you haven't made candles yet, I have a video over here on how we make our soy candles.
Featuring me.
Featuring Kale, making the candles. And I think that's another bit of advice too if you're doing big events like this is to try to have more than one type of product on your table. You can try selling just soap, but for those people that come and look at your table and they may or may not be handmade soap fans, you'll probably lose that sale because you don't have other things that catch their eye.
Yeah.
Basically, the longer they stay at your table, the better.
They'll find something they like.
Yeah.
Settle on some lip balms. Or,
yeah. Because I found that some people aren't handmade soap fans, or they're not bath bomb fans or whatever, but then they keep looking at the table and then they discover our lotions and they discover our candles and they're like, okay, maybe I'll buy a candle or a lotion or a lip balm, and then they go, you know what, my friend likes handmade soap, so maybe I'll pick up a bar or two for them. And it's kind of like Amazon, where they try to keep you on their site as long as possible because they know that the longer you're on somewhere, the more likely it is that will convert into a sale of some sort.
Right. Now that you talked about candles, it reminded me our first year at First Light. Mm-hmm. I remember that's literally just when we started making them. We had brought only like a couple candles the first night of the first weekend, and boom, we sold out of them. And then we were just hustling to try and make as many candles as possible for the following weekend.
Yeah, it's surprising what products will be your big sellers at events. So we've always, since the beginning, tried to have a variety. Even our very first Christmas event that we did, which was actually our very first event ever, we didn't just have soap then at the time either. We had body butters, we had sugar scrubs. So one of the big things that we have to figure out is what we plan on keeping and what we plan on moving. Every bit of weight is gonna translate into more gas and a heavier truck. I think when it comes to my soap supplies, I'm gonna try to keep as much of that as I can. But we keep going back and forth on our furniture, what exactly we want to bring and what we can easily replace and if it's worth bringing. And even the way we're getting our furniture over there, we're going back and forth on the different options. But I think for the most part, we're gonna rent a truck and Kale's dad is gonna come and help us move, which is really cool. Honestly, as we're filming this, it's 2 weeks away and I feel just a little bit of panic about it, about how everything's going to go down, but I'll just be so relieved once everything is done and we're in our new house. And
yeah. I wish we could just fast forward and be there and be settled in. And I just think about like all the stuff we did in one day. It's like, whoa, that was a lot, you know. We deserve a good night's rest and then it's back at it the next day. Yeah,
it's really exciting to involve my subscribers in on this journey too, because it's not just a lifestyle change, it's a huge business change for us. Like we said, leaving Ontario, we are leaving behind a source of income through the events and farmers markets, and we have to weigh out that big decision, the pros and cons of doing that. And it's something that I think a few of you watching are going to consider at some point as well. So it's exciting to have you guys come along and just be a part of it. This time last year, I had hit over 1,000 because I was able to monetize the channel by this point, I think. And now there's over 50,000 of you. I can't believe that. That is just crazy. I have 50,000 of you rooting for us, and that just fills my heart with joy. Because you guys have been so supportive, we're so excited to share each step of this journey with you guys.
Well, I'm done with mine. You want to give me some of yours?
The start of this video, how many have you labeled?
39.
22. I just get distracted more easily, I think.
Want to play poker with these? My chip stacks are higher than yours.
Well, you can help me with mine too.
Do you have a rosemary mint over there?
I don't know. I haven't seen one. No. So that is it, I think. You're gonna help me continue labeling these guys, right?
Yeah, I'll help you out with that.
We're going to finish this off and then enjoy the rest of our night. It's already getting late. Yeah, we just have been going nonstop. If we look tired, that's because we are. Like I said, we'll keep you guys updated on everything, and I want to thank you for following us on this journey. I want to thank my patrons. You guys have been extra supportive, and if you guys are curious about my Patreon, I have that linked in my description box below, and on there I have my recipes. If you have any questions and you really want to contact me, that's the place to go. That's the #1 place where I will likely respond. If you want to check that out, head over there. And I especially want to thank my Bubble BFFs. These guys, my fellow business owners who also run incredible businesses where they make beautiful, wonderful things. I've listed their businesses in my description box below. Please check them out.
And Christine, thank you for the shout out on Facebook when talking about who your favorite influencer
Was it in Facebook or Instagram?
It was a Facebook thread. She shouted you out, but then it's so weird. I couldn't get to the comment because like it was already 2 hours later and there was already thousands of comments, so I couldn't get to the comment. I could only get to the original post. So
yeah, we tried to find your post and we couldn't because we wanted to reply to you.
But I messaged you personally, so I don't know if you got that or not. So it came from my personal account.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry that the comment on the original post from Facebook probably did not get replied to.
Is that what you're looking for in your phone just
now?
now?
Yeah, that's what I was
person's
looking
name?
for. Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking us. We see it on social media, and you guys are amazing for doing that. And
I think I'm caught up with messages and emails and everything. I think you're caught up with Patreon messages, but if not, we apologize. It's just a hectic time.
Yeah.
Message us again. If
we're
we
trying our best. We're getting
Yeah.
through it, and we just want to keep you guys in the loop because we care about you guys, and we want to keep this channel going, and we want to keep building this amazing community. So that's it. Until the next video, keep smiling, keep being awesome, keep making amazing things. If you liked this video, thumbs up it. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Good luck on your Christmas events.
I was about to go, oh, oh.